Take 5.
Firestone in, take
Carol,
1.
pop in here.
Andrew and JoAnn, I know there's been a lot of tales of how people have introduced you, and Joe even had the audacity to give it in a speech last night in front of everybody.
I know there's this story about Joe Bambanek introducing JoAnn and Andrew.
You know, as the story goes, Joe actually introduced Andrew and JoAnn.
The story of how Andrew and JoAnn met.
That's not true.
Actually, Joe's story was completely inaccurate. It's a complete lie.
Matchmaker Carol was the one that was, really instigating this.
There's a story about that Krista has about people at this dressage competition, and that JoAnn and Andrew met there.
But you know that the truth is, JoAnn and Andrew, remember that I am the one that introduced you to each other first.
No, that's not really how it happened, is it, little girl?
Well, this is what I heard.
JoAnn and Aaron and myself, we went, decided to go on a kayaking trip in Lake Powell.
I think you forgot.
A little skydive ranch in Texas.
A trip to Costa Rica.
I went to visit JoAnn in Kentucky. We went to Boston to visit him.
Heli skiing on Kilimanjaro.
Oh, the interesting thing was it was on the Boundary Waters.
Out on the town in Toronto, actually.
Some nights when they came down to San Diego, and we all went down to Tijuana. And
Things got a little bit out of control.
Eric was yelling wow at the top of his lungs.
Didn't bail him out of jail or anything like that?
No, I don't think so. Actually,
Andrew had invited all sorts of people.
are you stoned? Take 28.
I don't even know how I got a cake jumper, because that's actually a really rare thing to find. So,
Especially the one that would do it in Speedos.
Andrew was really shooken up by that whole thing.
It's all a lie.
Joe arranged for both of them to meet down in New Zealand on Kent's boat.
What really happened was that I was at a 3-day event, and Andrew was actually the dressage judge.
We were at a horse show, and Andrew was the judge.
We all know that that's just a tall tale, as it were.
I think I got, actually, the story all wrong, but
Actually, I encouraged you guys to start writing.
As the fall went on, I learned that they were not just emails, but they were turning into phone conversations.
You remember? Yeah. I figured you did.
Oh, Keystone.
I think it's probably when we were kayaking. We decided that we were all going to go on an elephant ride.
what I definitely remember.
That's not how it happened.
So let me tell you the real story of how JoAnn and Andrew met.
Take 1.
See, Andrew and Luke and I and a bunch of friends were playing pickup hockey.
And in the process, kind of decked the guy and snapped a bone. Very intelligent seeming young man.
He sounded really intellectual. What a perfect guy for JoAnn.
And the kids, as some people may know, call Andrew wow.
I spend a lot of time on Craigslist, I just love to peruse all the
Yahoo personals.
And that's kind of how the whole thing started.
well, I would have to disagree with that story, because it was actually I that introduced Andrew and JoAnn.
Firestone, take 27.
Whitney and I were in some ways responsible for this whole weekend, because we were able to put Andrew and JoAnn together.
This young Englishman, we thought he was.
I heard that there was this amazing hand therapist in town running a conference or something.
I just went through the phone book randomly, and
We were hoping something might happen, but
The laws in the state of Kentucky sucked. I mean, we couldn't even provide an electrical modality.
I decided that we would definitely need to continue the bone sack antics.
Where's the free stone?
Stone the fire, take 36.
I don't really recall all that much, but I see some photographs. I, saw some rings floating around. I have no idea what happened.
We went to see this lady, JoAnn Keller, whoever she was.
We kind of hit it off.
and just started from there. I just couldn't believe it, but it was amazing.
So that's how they really met. And that's how love began.
And the rest is history.
That's the whole story, and that's the truth, and everything else is bull. In Firestone, take 47.
Just get out of here for now.